So you wanna buy an amp modeling pedalboard and you are not sure if to buy the Boss GT1000 or the Boss GT1000 Core, considering that they sound the same and they share the same DSP? You want to better know their main characteristics and the main differences between these two units? Well, I think that this video is gonna help you. Let's find out together which one of the two better suit your needs. Hello everybody, my name is Leo, and with this video we will share a direct comparison between the Boss GT1000 and the Boss GT1000 Core. Without further ado, let's go straight to the point, and at the end of this video I'm gonna share my 2 cents. We will now check the differences between the two units among the following parameters: number of amps, cabs and microphones built-in, third-party IRs availability, number of banks, patches and presets, number of effects and effect chain management, MIDI possibilities, audio input and outputs, foot switches and expression pedal availability, screen size, looper capabilities, ADA conversion and USB channels, special features available with the two units, current power dimension, weight and price. Please notice that I will visually highlight the differences using green and red colors. Green when the difference is a plus and red when it is a cons. These two units basically share the same DSP power, so as regard amps, cabs, effects management, they have the same exact characteristics. They both have 23 amps and cabs plus 12 standalone cabs. They both offer the possibility to load third-party IRs in 16 user slots. Unfortunately, Boss offers scarce detail about the quality of the IRs you can use. It is worth noticing here that the so-called AIRD amplifier philosophy of the Boss put an emphasis on accurately recreating the interaction between a total amplifier setup, amp to speaker section. As such, each amp model is recreated with its ideal speaker combination. That's why I'm writing 23 amps and cabs plus 12 more cabs, because the 23 amps and cabs have been captured together with the AIRD Boss technology. They both have 500 presets and more than 116 effects distributed in 24 blocks. And if I understood it well, you can have 3 parallel sets of effects. Both have the same MIDI capabilities, but here we have the first difference, as the normal GT1000 has regular MIDI ports, while the GT1000 Core has MIDI over TRS cables. As regards I/O, the GT1000 has one guitar input, 2 FX loops, balanced and unbalanced stereo outputs, and a dedicated headphone out. The GT1000 Core, on the other hand, have 2 inputs, where the regular GT1000 has 1, 2 FX loops, like the GT1000, only stereo unbalanced outputs, where the GT1000 has also XLR balanced out, and an headphone out that functions also as left out, where the regular GT1000 has a dedicated headphone out. The Boss GT1000 has 10 foot switches and a built-in expression pedal, while the GT1000 Core has 3 foot switches and no expression pedal. Furthermore, the regular GT1000 has 2 inputs for other expression pedals or controllers and a dedicated out for controlling the amp, where the GT1000 Core has also 2 inputs for external controllers or expression pedals, but one input is also used for controlling the amp. The screen of the GT1000 has more pixels than the one of the Core, and honestly this is an unexpected downgrade, as the Boss GT1000 is pretty bad in comparison with other amp modeling pedalboards in this price range as regards the screen. They both have the same looper capabilities with the 19 seconds stereo looper, and they also have the same ADA conversion and USB capabilities with a 6-in and 6-out USB audio interface, offering also the possibility to record in one USB channel the pure amp sound and to use other 2 USB channels for the effects, so that you can decide the amount of effects while mixing. And this is pretty useful. The only difference here is that the regular GT1000 has a normal USB connection, while the Core has a micro USB connection. As regards special features, I would mention the Bluetooth capabilities of the GT1000, that, as far as I know, is not included in the GT1000 Core. And this is a pity, as the Bluetooth connectivity of the Boss GT1000 is pretty useful. As for instance, in live situation you can play a looper into the GT1000 and listen and adjust parameters of the GT1000 listening as you would have been among the public. Please let me know in the comment below if I'm right and actually the core is missing the Bluetooth connection. Then we have the power needs, where the core needs way less power at 670 mAh in comparison with the 1200 mAh of the regular GT1000. And so with a powerful pedalboard adapter you should be able to run the core. As regards the dimension and weight, the core is obviously way smaller and lighter. And finally the price, where the core is obviously cheaper, even if I was expecting much more price difference that there actually is. So finally, the main differences are the type of MIDI ports, the connectivity options, the LCD screen definition, the Bluetooth connectivity, the power needed, and obviously dimension, weight and price. Now, final considerations here, and please notice that these are gonna be my personal opinions, and of course you may not agree with me, and this is totally fine. First of all, let me say that I love both the units. I mean, I grew up with Boss effects, and I own the Boss GT1000 since the first day it came out. And having all the Boss effects in these units, also with pretty nice sounding amps, is really great. And both these units are pretty all-round solutions for guitar recording, and thanks to the fact that they offer many USB channels, you are able, for instance, to record the amp in one track and the effects in other two, so that you can decide the amount of effects while mixing. And this is something very few units in this price range offer, and it is a pretty useful option. Now, if I had to choose, I would decide with the following use cases in mind. If I need an all-around solution for just recording at home, I would go with the Boss GT1000 core, as I would not need many foot switches and the USB channels are the same between the two units. If, on the other hand, I wanted a ready-to-go solution for playing live, I would go with the normal Boss GT1000, as it has an expression pedal built-in, more foot switches and XLR balanced outputs that are pretty important if you need to connect the GT1000 to a mixing desk with long cables. If, on the other hand, I needed a very compact unit packed with tons of effects and many routing possibilities that is gonna be paired with other effects like a Strymon Volante or my favorites drive pedals like the Full Tone OCD or a Clone Centaur, or maybe I wanna use my favorite preamp like the Victory V4 The Countess, well, the GT1000 core is the unit to buy. But now it's your turn. What are your opinions? Which unit better suits your needs? Which unit would you buy? Please let me know your precious and valuable opinions in the comment below. We have now reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and leave a thumbs up. It would be of a great help. And of course, you won't miss my future videos. If you are interested in the IRs I use, you can check out the link in the card above or description below. If you're interested in my music, you can check out a playlist of songs of mine in the description below, where there is also a link to the streaming services distributor that I use, that is DistroKid. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video. Bye bye.